What's up, world? Listen, I am on letter 20 of 26 days straight, you guys. I know it can be a tough task because, people are not used to doing something every single day. But can you see I'm having fun? I'm just learning the money game just like you guys is. That's just really what it is. So for 26 days straight, you guys, I think I'm a little talented now. I think that I am ready for the money game. But I know I got to come up with something tomorrow, on the next day, and the next day, and the next day, right? But we're here together. So basically, I'm probably going to school you guys on the time, taxes, maybe the thoughts. So just stand by, buckle up with me, and let's enjoy this ride. So the first word today, I want to talk about time. And if you believe it or not, money is not the valuable thing. Time is. So this ABC of money is pretty much, I want to let you guys know, take the time to understand that time that we have is the most valuable asset that we have. So it's really not money, okay? So remember, why are you even doing what you're doing? How is it that if time is the valuable thing that we have, why do we always say that we got to leave something behind or leave a legacy for our children behind when we leave? Why can't we leave something now when we have the time? So I always tell people, just take the ABCs that I'm doing real serious. And the only reason I tell you to take it serious is because it can actually help you get closer to your goals, your dreams, or your aspiration. So while we are still alive, let's go ahead and enjoy the fruit of our labor while we're trying to learn some things that, maybe the school system just forgot to teach us, okay? So, hey, y'all, what's going on? Hey, what's up? And basically, the things that I'm teaching you guys, they ain't ever going to teach us in school. So just take the time. I hope you're sharing out this live video to your friends and your family. Because at the end of the day, you got to take your thoughts and you got to redevelop it. Because the things that we was taught, it is incorrect. Even though all through college, all through high school, they really didn't teach us the truth when it came to money. So just take your time, you guys. And I'm not saying go slow. I'm saying take your time to learn and absorb all of this information that I'm giving you and try to shift your mindset. Try to shift the information that you was taught to a better understanding. And then I'm telling you, your income about to increase like no other. So again, take the time to learn, but hurry up, you guys, because at the end of the day, you're not going to learn money overnight. You're not supposed to, but at least learn the information so you can get to your goals a little bit faster. So let me teach you guys the new tricks to trade, right, when it comes to money. So with this ABC that I'm teaching you guys, the trace to steps is basically, you need to know if you're going in the right direction. You need to know if you're surrounding yourself with the right people that knows the money game, that knows what you're trying to get to and actually can get you there. Because if you don't, I'm telling you, you're going to suffer, because in this world, we need a team. We all need a team out here. And when you start making some good money, ain't you going to need a good CPA? Ain't you going to need a good attorney? Ain't you going to need somebody that's going to support you in what you are trying to do? So that's why I said, don't take your time to learn the money game, but we need to hurry up and start implementing what we have been teaching. So you guys, I tell everybody all the time, with you're not supposed to be a millionaire overnight. You ain't going to be a millionaire overnight. Just like people be like, Delilah, I ain't making $10,000 yesterday. Did you ever make $10,000 in a day? See, sometimes you get the results, right? But you just need to hurry up with it. So take the tactic and take your time very seriously and learning that your time is more valuable than money. If you see people out here chasing money, trust me, they ain't got no time. So let's talk about terminology, right? Let's take a quick second on that. The reason most people don't understand money is because they let society and capitalism trip them up using terminology. And when I say understand the proper terminology, see, your money will start flowing totally different when you start learning the terminology these folks got us in, right? So let me give you just a best example. Okay, so you know how we get real timid when we go inside these banks, right? And when we go in the bank, we actually just getting a loan. So when we ask for a loan, what do they give us? A loan application. So when you get that loan application, you out here praying, got your fingers crossed, you just over here got your toes crossed, just wondering if you about to get approved, not realizing like, man, Lord, I just want that house. Lord, I need that house. I need that car. Lord, I need that credit card. Not realizing that the loan that you about to get is going to be more money added to it. That's why they call it interest, okay? So how is it that when I go in the bank and I'm begging and praying to the Lord for some money, not realizing that whatever I have put in that bank, guess what the banks do? They borrow from me, they borrow from all of us, and they start going to make their own money. So how is it that they give me a loan, right? But when the banks need money, they got something called the float of bond issue. You know how you get your schools built, like the roads built? Maybe if you want to put some lights up, it has something called the municipal bond. So that helps build these local municipalities out here. So that's how you have the police officers be getting paid. That's how you got those firefighters people getting paid. That's how the school system get paid. And that's how the city just basically takes care of everything that's going on. But think about this. When you got a municipal bond, right, that you can invest in. So let's say you have a mortgage bond. They have anything that basically has a bond behind it, you guys. That means someone is borrowing from that fund to make sure we have it. So if the banks needs to borrow money, borrowing the money, it comes from you. It comes from me. It comes from us. So anytime the banks need something, they're borrowing our money to do so, okay? So that's why they call it the float of bond. And I don't even understand how things go. When I tell you I'm learning all this stuff and how they be robbing us just with all these different terminology, it blows my mind. But we go in these banks with fingers crossed, just praying to make sure we get approved for this loan, not realizing they using these big boy terminologies that we don't even know, knowing that they borrowing money just like we doing. It's just that we get the end of the stick, which is always getting fall behind while they get rich off of us. So how is it that every time you put money into a checking account, they borrow your money? Just like when you put a money into the savings account, they're borrowing your money. So how is it that when I put money in the marketing account or maybe into a CD, they still borrowing my money? But you get a little negative 2%. You see how I put that in at 2%? Banks ain't give you number 1%. But because we're talking about letter T, I had to throw in that negative 2% in there. But how is it that you honestly, guys, have to know about the terminology and the perspective when it comes to our money? That's why they rob you, giving you that W-2. And people think it's a blessing. And there's nothing wrong with you having a job. Be thankful, just never be satisfied. But by you having a W-2, you're taxed at the highest. Having a 1099, you're slightly taxed at the lowest. But capital gains, baby, you are taxed way less. That's why you need to learn about those schedule sheets. You know how you file those. When you get the form 1040, that's what you have to submit to file your taxes. When you get a 501c, you know that's nonprofit organization, just like a 401k. See, those are terminology that they be using to try to scare you. So these are just tax codes, you guys. So don't get intimidated by the terminology when it comes to the money. Just learn the tax codes, because the bigger the banks, the governments, the bigger they take your money. So how is it that, remember, what was it, a couple of years ago in 2008 when it was Wells Fargo, Countrywide, Bank of America, Chase? I mean, any of the people that got in trouble, how is it that the banks was able to take them out of that debt they was in? And the only reason why they went in debt is because back in 2008, 2009, 2010, they robbed the American people by giving them bad loans. So how they made money back, even though the government paid the banks off, the people went into foreclosure. People lost their homes. Grandma and grandpa couldn't stay in that same neighborhood anymore because guess what? They was on fixed income. Now they had to pay property taxes, which they couldn't afford it no more. So guess what? They push your family away because things are changing. But they got out of the debt, though. The government cleaned them right out. So because you got the bad end of the stick, you got to pay all that debt back. But see, the banks, they all still open. Because guess what? The government and the banks are in cahoots together. So why you don't have a team so you can get on the right side of capitalism? They don't have no plan for you. Their plan is to rob you, and you ain't supposed to know that they doing that. That's why a lot of people out here think that, when they go get those loans, they think it's a blessing when it's really not a blessing, you guys. I promise you it's not a blessing when you get a loan because the interest is put behind it. We all know interest is the penalty that you pay for the right to own things in advance that you cannot afford. So really, you guys, I really hope you is sharing this out to everyone. Maybe just introduce people to the everyday ABCs of money. So when you start saying the ABCs, you kind of look at it a little bit different, you guys, because you ain't going to learn the money game in 26 days. I mean, you've been broke for the last 26 years. So that's why I tell you guys to try to learn the money game. Because, I got doctors. I got friends that has doctor degrees. I got friends that has masters. They don't know nothing about no money game. So please take the time to share this out to your family and friends. And let's just learn together, okay? We have a winning team. You guys, I am a part of an Extra Digit Movement organization. And they come together. They know the money game. They living the life that we all want to live. So stop trying to get wealthy by yourself, you guys, when we honestly can get wealthy together. So I promise you guys, the banks, the government, big business, corporate America, they are on the same team. So let's get our team together. So you guys, I'm just a financial educator, okay? I just have a great mentor that I'm just a part of a winning team, and it helped me learn the terminology and the perspective of the wealthy people. And trust me, Lord behold, baby, I'm next. I'm about to be the next multimillionaire, okay? But let's talk about taxes. All right. So there's actually 4 different levels when it comes to your taxes. So if you understand these investment strategy, then trust me, you are on your way to wealth. So let's learn the taxes, y'all. So think about it. 4 levels of taxation, right? So here's the trick and trades to the 4 levels. There's 1 taxable, 1 tax deductible, and the other one is tax deferred, and the other one is tax exempt. So whenever you make an investment, the question you want to ask yourself is, how is the taxes, right? You don't want it to be a fair trade, but you don't want to be bad on the end of the stick either. So I tell people, if you go and trade your money, right, and you don't get the return of it, that means it's a bad deal. Now, if you put your money somewhere and it's going to help you in the long run and the government don't get to touch it, now that actually is a really good deal. So your best bet is to have something that's an investment where it's actually tax-free. You don't want to put your money somewhere and they're robbing you and you don't get the return of investment. That's why people got checkings account, CDs and stuff. They're getting taxed on those type of things. So I always tell people, when you get your money, you know how when people get their money as a tax refund, re means again and fund means your money. So basically you are getting robbed like several times. But why is it that we're trying to learn the money game and put our money somewhere else and invest it, and you guys think that we're in high risk, not realizing that most American people only believe in taxable, the first taxes, which is a tax refund. And again, I say re means again, fund means your money. So you're simply getting your money all over again. But let's just say you get $6,000 a tax refund. How is it that you're going to tax me on something that you already taxed me during the year? When I tell people, just get that $500 every month so you can get out of debt, maybe invest. It's the same $6,000, but instead of you giving it to them interest free, you get a tax refund, knowing you're just going to use that refund to pay all the debt that you've been trying to pay during them holidays. When all you got to do, which is own a business, home-based business, where we're trying to get you to do, and you keep that $500 every month, and you can invest, and you can get yourself out of debt. So you guys, again, if the government tells you to do something, 9 out of 10 is always an incentive behind it. So if you get married, you get a tax, right? If you have children, you get taxed. Mortgage, you get taxed. What about solar panels for your house? You get taxed. So if the government tells you to do something, you need to do it because it helps you reduce your taxes. So just because you're getting money tomorrow on the money that you earn today does not make it a best tactic, you guys, on your finances. Stop getting these refunds and let's get you a refund every single month so you can stay out of debt and become an investor. And I love you guys and I wish the best, nothing for y'all. But I'll be back tomorrow on another video. Peace. Bye, y'all. Thanks for jumping on. Peace, peace. Peace.